You know, rock types are the type of Pokemon that always generally look pretty cool, and I think I'm going to have some hard choices to make. Welcome back. We're talking about the ugliest Pokemon. Today it's rock types. Pretty straightforward. I'm sure if you're watching this, you've seen one of these before, but if you haven't, thank you so much for being here. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. I'm getting these out every single day. We are talking about the ugliest rock type Pokemon. Also, don't forget to like the video. I have to say it every time or people won't do it. That's just what the algorithm tells me, okay? I have to do it. Now, let's go ahead. Let's talk about some rock types, okay? Let's talk about some Generation 1 rock types. And at the end of the day, looking at my options here, I think the obvious answer is Onix. Except it isn't. Because I said time and time again that Onix was a terrible Pokemon, but it was a cool design. So you know what it actually is? The thing is, and when it comes down to Gen 1 fossil Pokemon, did anybody actually use any fossil Pokemon? Not counting Aerodactyl, of course. No one used Kabuto and Kabutops or Ammonite and Amistar. Nobody used them. No one ever did. And at the end of the day, Kabuto is so weak and looks so stupid that you just don't want to go through the grind of evolving this thing because it just takes so long. It's just not worth your time. Generation 2. You know, you can take a slug and make it red and call it a fire type. And I'm like, you know what? That's fine. But what you can't do is you can't take a slug, turn it red, call it a fire type, and then slap a rock on its back and say it's fire rock type. No, I refuse. Generation 3. I think this is the first one where people are going to get really mad at me because it's obviously Reggie. No, it's not. Guys, come on. Did you really think I was going to do that? Nosepass should not be in the game. And you know what? While I'm at it, because I know it's going to be here, Probopass should not be in the game. Nobody asked for this. Nobody asked for these people to be in the game. I get what they were doing with Nosepass. They were trying to make it like an Easter Island statue. I get that. But it was too weak, so nobody ended up liking it at all. And then they're like, okay, it's too weak. Instead of finding a way to make it better, why don't we just, put Probopass in the game? People would love Probopass. No, actually, Probopass gives us more nightmares. I don't understand what their thought process was, but this is what they chose to do. Generation 9. Roggenrola is a fun Pokemon to use when you get it up to Gigalith. But before you do that, it's literally just Geodude without arms. Not original at all. Generation 6. This is where some decisions get tough, except for the fact that you have Barbaracle, which is literally just arms. There's no body, it's all arms. His head is an arm. The rest of him is arms. His torso, even though you can't see it, is probably arms. Why this thing isn't rock fighting disappoints me. I think they made this thing rock water. But, what are they trying to base this thing off of? I guess with rock types you can't really, but if it's going to be part water, you have the ability to. So, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not. Okay. Yeah. Guys, I don't want to do it because I love its name. But Stakataka is pulled straight out of Minecraft. This is when you first discover the game Minecraft, you're 6 or 7 years old, right? And you're like, oh, look, Mom, look at the house I built in Minecraft. Look at the house I built, Mom. Go look. This is what you created, and you're so proud of it, and you think it's so awesome. And because your mom loves you, she's like, that looks so good. Good job. But you really know that it looks absolutely terrible when you look at it a few years later. Yeah. That's Stakataka. That right there. What is the worst of Generation 8? Well, I like all of them, but then they decided to create Stonehenge the Pokemon. And I don't know about you, but I have a pretty good feeling that anybody watching this video has never been to Stonehenge. Now, if you have, let me know in the comments below. Tell me what you thought of it. However, I have a pretty good feeling that none of you have thought in your life, I would love to go see Stonehenge one day. Do you know why? Because it's a bunch of rocks! It's just a bunch of rocks! Why would you go there? There's no point! There's nothing there but to look at rocks! So I have a pretty good feeling that none of you have been there. Generation 9. You know, Cloth shouldn't have been added into the game. Nobody asked for him. But he should not exist, period. Thank you for watching. And I will see you tomorrow for Ghost Type. So subscribe. Don't miss out.